Pengorbanan harus dilakukan untuk melihat masa depan yang lebih baik daripada hari ini. Perjuangan dalam meninggalkan keluarga adalah suatu konsekuensi apabila kita berada di profesi ini. Menjadi pendidik memanglah tidak mudah, tetapi apabila kita yakin, kita pasti bisa melewatinya. Menggapai mimpi yang begitu mulia tentu tidak akan semudah seperti apa yang kita bayangkan. Jalanan terjal berliku adalah hal mutlak yang harus kita hadapi. Sulit? Mungkin iya. Tapi sepertinya disitulah letak pahala yang kita nanti. Lelah juga iya. Normal mungkin ya. Tapi lelah itu seketika hilang ketika aku bayangkan suasana kelas nanti. Dan kini aku kembali bergairah. Perjalanan ini begitu jauh, namun tetap harus kutempuh. Momen yang akan dilihat nanti hanyalah serpihan kecil dari usaha kami dalam membangun negeri.
Assalamualaikum. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Good morning. How are you today? Good. Okay, so before we start our meeting today, I want to check your attendance first. Who is not coming today? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. Who is not coming today? Ivan. Ivan still not coming today. Is there any information? Ada informasi nggak? Nggak. Ivan. Okay, so before we continue what we will discuss today, I want you to say Bismillah together before we start our meeting. Okay, starting from now, Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. And then I have checked your attendance, and then we have prayed together, as I said before in our last meeting, that today we are going to discuss about narrative text. And as we know that in our last meeting I have discussed it a little about narrative text, and then in this meeting we are going to focus on to describe about a sentence that exists in narrative text. Jadi kita akan ngebahas tentang kalimat yang ada di naratif. We are going to discuss about narrative text especially, and we are going to focus only on a legend text. Have you already heard about a legend text? Ada yang udah pernah dengar gak tentang legend atau legenda? Udah pernah? Ada ya pasti ya, banyak. There are so many legend text in especially in Indonesia, in many village, in many territory, they are have their own legend. For example, in West Java they are what is it, Tangkuban Perahu legend, and then in Sumatera they are apa yang paling terkenal, Malin Kundang ya, if I don't make any mistaken. So today I'm going to discuss one of the famous legend. I think you already know about this story. Kalian udah pada tahu nih cerita ini gitu sebenarnya kalau dalam bahasa Indonesia, but we are going to move it into English. Jadi kita akan ngebahas tentang Prambanan Temple Legend. Jadi kita ceritanya di sini akan ngebahas tentang kisah dari Candi Prambanan gitu. And then I have share you the link, a Zoom link this morning. Can you open it? Kalau udah buka aja. Udah ya, dibuka ya. So we will watch the video about this Prambanan temple story. Everybody see to your phone, and then I will play it.
The Legend of Prambanan Temple. Once upon a time, in the island of Java, Indonesia, there was a prosperous kingdom named Pengging Kingdom. This kingdom was led by Prabu Damarmaya. He had a very brave and strong son named Bandung Bondowoso. Not far from Pengging, there was a dry and barren kingdom in the territory of Baka Kingdom. This kingdom is led by Prabu Baka, a giant king who was very greedy. But he had a very beautiful daughter named Roro Jonggrang. One day, Prabu Baka asked his chief minister to attack Pengging Kingdom. He was very eager to conquer the territory of Pengging. Patih Gupala, let's attack Pengging and conquer the kingdom tomorrow. Ha 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 ha. The next morning, Prabu Baka's troops arrived in Pengging Kingdom and ready to attack. My troops, attack! Then the troops destroyed everything in Pengging Kingdom. People ran in fear, rice fields were damaged and houses were burned. Knowing this situation, Prabu Damarmaya asked his son to solve this problem. Bondowoso, hurry up, face Prabu Baka and fight against him. Send him and his troops back to their kingdom. Yes, father. The fight between Bandung Bondowoso and King Baka began. They both had the same strength, but with his determination, Bandung Bondowoso finally could defeat King Baka. It's impossible. I have lost. Don't run away. Now I will fight back to Baka Kingdom. The troops of Baka were frightened and went back to their kingdom. Patih Gupala reported the defeat to Roro Jonggrang. Princess, we are lost. It's better for us to go from this kingdom. Bandung Bondowoso is coming here. What? It's impossible. In a very short time, Bandung arrived in Baka Kingdom. Then in the palace, he met Roro Jonggrang. So, you must be Roro Jonggrang. Oh, I never thought that you are so beautiful. If you want to be my wife, I will spare you and all people in your kingdom. Roro Jonggrang was very confused. She wanted to save her kingdom, but she didn't want to marry the person who killed her father. Okay, I will accept your proposal, but with two conditions. The first one, make Jalatunda well in one night. Alright, I will fill your first wish. With his divine power, Bandung Bondowoso could make the well in no time. But before he was out of the well, Patih Gupala threw some stones and soil into the well to bury Bandung. Yet, Bandung Bondowoso could escape from the well with his power. He was so angry to Roro Jonggrang. You tried to cheat. I will punish you. Calm down, Bandung Bondowoso. It was your first test. You have succeeded to fill my first wish. My second condition, you must build 1,000 temples in one night. I will fill your second wish, but no more cheating. If you trick me again, you'll take the consequence. At that night, Bandung Bondowoso soon built the temple with the help of his genie troops. The night was still long, and the temple almost finished. Lord Jongrang didn't expect that Bandung could build the temple so fast. Then, she had an idea to make Bandung Bondowoso fail. She asked all of the palace servants to wake up and make some noise by hitting rice pestle. Some others burned the straw to make fire. The sound of rice pestle and the light of fire made the rooster think that it was morning already. Then the rooster crowed very loudly. The sound of the rooster and the light made the genies afraid. They thought that the sun had risen, so they all ran away. Wait, the temple isn't finished yet. Come back. The genies didn't listen to Bandung Bondowoso. They soon left the unfinished temple. What's going on? I must find out what is actually happening. Then he saw the palace servants were hitting the rice pestle and burning straws. This time, Bandung Bondowoso was really angry. You tricked me twice. I can't forgive you anymore. I will curse you into a statue to decorate my temple. In a sudden, Roro Jongrang's body turned into stone. The statue is known as Arca Durga, completing them to be 1,000 temples. The complex of the temple is now known as Prambanan Temple, located in Yogyakarta, Indonesia.
Okay, enough. So focus back to me. How about the study? Is it interesting? Huh? Yes, good. So from Prambanan Temple, what you have got? Moral apa sih yang kalian dapat dari cerita Prambanan itu? Is there anybody who want to be a volunteer? It's okay to make a mistake. Apa yang kalian dapat? Ada yang mau? Baik. Atau saya tunjuk? No. So I can say that in Prambanan Temple we can conclude that when we create a promise we have to keep it. Jadi kita ketika buat janji itu jangan kita melanggar. Di sana we can see that Roro Jongrang is afraid to be a wife of the king, so he break the promise by he lied to the king. So and then next we are going to focus on the sentence that I have said before. In this situation, what do you think? Is the legend happen now or in the past? In the past, right? So when the situation happened in the past, what should we use, especially in sentence? Kalimat apa sih yang harus kita buat? Past tense. Past tense, good. So we have to use past tense when we talk about past event, right? We don't need to use present tense, continuous tense, and future tense, etc. So but we have to use simple past tense when we try to express or create a sentence about past event. Okay, so we are going to move back to the story. I will create a simple game. Here, I will show you the spinning game here. Di sini Bapak udah punya nama kalian. I have got your name. It is simple. So when I spin this one and then your name is come out, you have to read the story that I will give to you through WhatsApp number. Jadi nanti ada beberapa paragraf di sana. Nanti setiap kalian yang terpilih kalian bacain doa. You just read the text that I give to you. Okay? So Okay, so let's move to the first round. I'll try to spin it now.
Also, the new member, I will give the text to you in the WhatsApp number. Wait a minute.
Father. Okay, you got the text? Okay, stand up and read the text, please.
Once there was a beautiful Javanese princess whose name was Rara Jongrang. Rara Jongrang, whose beauty was very famous in the land, was the daughter of Prabu Baka, an evil king.
Okay, good one, Rafada. Give applause to her. And then let's move to the second round. Just read the paragraph, right? Gak susah, cuman baca doang. Zahra, Namira, Zul Puspa. I will share the text to you. Zahra Namira ya. Okay. Have you got the message? Okay, just stand up and read it.
One day, a handsome young man with supernatural power named Bandung Bandawasa defeated and killed Prabu Baka. On seeing Princess Rara Jongrang beauty, Bandung Bandawasa fell in love with her and wanted to marry her.
Okay, good one. Give applause to Zahra. And then let's move to the third round. This is the paragraph 3. Ini lumayan panjang yang ini kalau kebagian yang ini. I hope the boy Naila Halida. Okay, I will share to you the text. Naila, wait. It's quite a long paragraph, I think. Have you got the message? Okay, so I will share to your friend Cindy ya. Nah, have you got the message? You can borrow the phone from Cindy. Yeah, stand up please.
Meanwhile, Princess Rara Jongrang felt sad due to her dead father. She did not want to marry Bandung because he had killed her father. But she was also afraid of Bandung, so to refuse politely, she made a condition. I will marry you, but you have to build 1,000 temples in one night as a wedding gift. Request Rara Jongrang. Bandung Bandawasa agreed with the condition. Helped by the spirit of demons, Bandung Bandawasa started building the temples. Approaching midnight, the work would nearly be done. Rara Jongrang knew and thought, what should I do? Bandung Bandawasa is smarter than I thought. I would lose against Bandung.
Okay, good, thank you. And then this is the fourth round. There are all 4, 5, 6. There are 6 round. Ada 6 giliran. 3 lagi ya. So he was the lucky one today. Mirza. I will share it to you. Wait a minute. Have you got the message? Come on, stand up. Oh, it's okay. Just use your mask.
Suddenly she got an idea. She woke up all the women in the place and ordered them to make the noise sound of grading rice so that the roaster thought that I had already beat down. Bandung Bondowoso got frustrated because she felt complaining one the thousand temple.
Okay, good. Thank you, Mirza. Then let's move to the last two round. Now Cindy. Ya, turn Cindy. Ini sebangku dapat dua-duanya. Cindy. Okay. You can stand up, Cindy.
The princess has deceived me. Following his anger, he cursed Roro Jonggrang. You have been cheated. Now the 1000th temple is you.
Okay, thank you, Cindy. Give applause to Cindy. And then this is the last round. That's it. Abdillah. Is there Abdillah here? Okay, Abdillah, it's okay. Just try the last round. I will share it to you. Okay, just stand up, Abdillah. Oh, I sent it to your parents. Sorry. Oke, sorry, that is a mistake. Bapak harus minta maaf ke Abdillah. Okay, just did it. It's okay.
At once the princess turned into a statue. Knowing this, Bandung Bondowoso regretted and he went away into a farmland. From then, people called the temple Prambanan Temple and the princess statue Rara Jonggrang statue.
Okay, good. Thank you, Abdillah. Give applause to Abdillah. Okay, so some of your fans has already read the text, and then from the text we know that mostly in the text the story use simple past tense, right? And in simple past tense, as we know that we have to change the verb into from the verb 1 into verb 2 or verb 3. Verb 2, good. Jadi kita harus ngerubah kata kerja dari kata kerja pertama ke kata kerja kedua. And then as we know, there are regular verb and irregular verb, which means that in regular verb biasanya only we have to add ed in the back of the word. Tinggal nambahin ed aja. But in irregular verb we have to change. Sometimes we have to change the whole word, or there are nothing change at all. For example, when the word hit, itu nggak akan ada perubahan, verb keduanya tetap hit gitu. And then when the word buy, it change the whole word jadi bought gitu. So it's random from irregular verb. And then how if there is no verb in the sentence? What should we change? Kalau nggak ada kata kerja, apa yang harus kita ubah? For example, I am a teacher. Saya mau jadi past tense tuh kalimatnya. Kan nggak ada kata kerjanya. I am a teacher. What should we change? What should I change? Yang dirubah apanya? M-nya. Or to be. To be-nya yang dirubah. So become, it is become. M jadi apa? Was. So istilahnya di sini we have to use auxiliary verb. Jadi kita pakai auxiliary verb, which is auxiliary verb itu kayak is, am, are. To be itu ya. Jadi kalau nggak ada kata kerjanya di sana, we have to change to be-nya. Kita ubah to be-nya. As we know that is sama am itu berubah jadi was. And then kalau are berubah jadi were. Good. So kalau nggak ada kata kerjanya, kita harus to be-nya yang dirubah. And then kalau nggak ada kata to be juga, ada auxiliary verb yang lain seperti kata do berubah jadi, for example, this is the questions. Do you have money? This is simple present tense, right? Pertanyaan untuk simple present tense. Tapi kita mau ubah ini ke past tense nih. Do-nya berubah jadi apa? What? So the do change into did. Did you have money? Gitu. So that's the form, itu formulanya gitu. Kalau nggak ada kata kerja yang dirubah berarti auxiliary verbnya. Auxiliary verb itu ada to be, ada sama do, does dan lain-lain. Do sama does berubah jadi did. Sedangkan to be from is, am, are berubah jadi was sama were. Oke, got it? Oke, so we are going to back to the story, but we are not going to read the whole paragraph. Kita akan pecah ke satu kalimat, and you have to choose the verb in the sentence. Kalian cari tuh kata kerjanya yang mana sih di kalimat itu. Kalau nggak ada kata kerjanya berarti kalian cari to be-nya yang berubah. Pokoknya cari kata kerja yang berubah jadi verb 2 di kalimat tersebut. Oke? Got it? So I will spin it again. Kita coba lagi. Okay, so let's see on this one. Natania. Where are you? So read this one please and then choose the verb. Natania. Have you got the message?
Once there was a beautiful Japanese princess whose name was Roro Jonggrang.
Okay, so what is the verb?
Was.
The verb is was. Good. So kalimat di sana, di kalimat pertama ada once there was a beautiful Japanese princess whose name was Roro Jonggrang. Once there was, ada dua kata was di sana. So yang di past tense-nya itu kata was gitu. Yang tadinya harusnya is gitu. There is a beautiful Japanese woman. Tapi karena ini past tense jadi there was gitu. Good. Good Natania. And then I will choose two lucky guys. 2 orang lagi. Sebagai contoh ya. Ingat-ingat tuh tadi ada kata was ya. Siapa sekarang? Muhammad Akmal. Oke, Akmal. I will share Okay, just read it.
On seeing Princess Rara Jonggrang, Beauty Bandung Bondowoso fell in love with her and wanted to marry her.
Done? And then we choose the verb in the sentence.
Seeing.
Pardon? Kata kerjanya yang mana? One seeing Princess Rara Jonggrang Beauty, Bandung Bondowoso fell in love with her and wanted to marry her. Kata kerjanya apa? Wanted, good. Wanted, and then ada dua di sana. Fell, good. Ada kata fell, ada kata wanted. So, is there anybody who want to be a volunteer to create a sentence from the word fell and wanted? Fell in love, jatuh cinta. Tapi ini fell-nya jatuh kan artinya. So, ada yang bisa gak bikin kalimat dari kata fell? Raise your hand and I will give an extra support from this. Siapapun. Rapada, you want to try? Okay, just try.
He fell from the cliff, but luckily he survived.
He fall from the
Cliff, but luckily
cliff,
he survived.
but luckily he survived. Okay. He fall from the cliff, but luckily he survived. Good. Jadi dia jatuh dari tebing, tapi untungnya dia selamat katanya. And then, who want to create a sentence from the word wanted? Ingin. And I will give you an extra short trick. Okay, Dewi?
I wanted to bake a cake, but I can't bake.
I wanted to bake a cake, but I can't bake. Good. Hopefully all of you have understand about the simple past tense, especially when we try to read a legend story. Okay. So, jadi pada intinya the point is we have to use simple past tense and we have to be able to use a simple past tense when we want to talk about past event, which is simple past tense have to change the verb into verb to. Okay. So here I will give you the assignments at your home, and then I will share the other legend. Nanti akan Bapak share juga kisah cerita yang lain. You have to find out every verb in each sentence in the legend text that I will give to you. Jadi kalian cari kata kerja apa aja yang exist on the text, and then you have to create the sentence from the words. Kalian bikinin kalimat dari kata-kata yang udah kalian temuin di teks tersebut. Got it? Bisa dipahami? Good. Is there any question so far? Ada yang mau ditanyain dulu? Masalah materinya, masalah tugasnya? Is it clear enough? Bisa dipahami? Okay. So, I will share the assignments to you through maybe WhatsApp groups in the next time after this class. And then, once again, hopefully you will got what we have learned today. Today we learn about the legend text, especially we have to analyze about the sentence in narrative text, and then hopefully you will learn more this one in the other time in outside of this classroom. Karena as we know that the class is very limited, only 30 minutes today. So in the end, thank you very much for your attention. Have a nice day. Wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Okay, thank you.
Pada akhirnya, ini bukanlah kisah tentangku, tapi ini kisah kami semua, para pendidik yang mencintai Yayasan BPI. Seperti normalnya sebuah pertandingan sepak bola, tentu saja setelah peluit kick off dibunyikan, kita menantikan peluit panjang akhir dari pertandingan. Bukan kekalahan yang kita harapkan, melainkan kemenangan yang kita impikan.